Suspended SARS Commissioner Moyane's lawyer has told ENCA this morning his client has not been invited to testify at the inquiry into the Revenue Service. That's despite his name being on the witness list for today. During the inquiry, a number of senior employees painted a negative picture of Moyane's leadership at SARS. His lawyer says Moyane regards the inquiry as nothing but a witch hunt against him. The Commission is investigating, among other things, alleged corruption at the service. It's expected to produce a preliminary report by the end of September and a final report at the end of November. Well, let's take a look at what's been happening at this inquiry so far. ENCA's Hadi Giokos has been there since day one.
Since day one, witnesses who have taken to the stand have tried to explain to the Commission set up to inquire tax administration and governance at the Revenue Service why and how they were stripped of their dignity and demoted. Previous head of legal services says because of her big mouth, she was fired from her positions but still got paid the big bucks.
While all of this was going on, what were you doing?
Mostly reading newspapers and reading books that Mr. Law had given me.
And what were you being paid for reading newspapers?
My salary is a public thing. It's been there it's over 2.5 million.
While you were reading newspapers?
Yes. I think by that time it was still about 2.3 or so.
It was a day of intense testimony, with former Deputy SARS Commissioner Ivan Pillay making it clear that once people are targeted, anything will be done to push them out.
There's a pattern of behavior here that they determine that somebody is to be removed or kicked out of the organization, and then they go after them, and then they hire professionals, most times, who are prepared to do these things. And they don't let anything get in their way. So it's a sad thing. I think we've seen that with the previous persons who have sat here before me. They just let nothing get in the way of what they want to do.
Pillay has been accused of orchestrating the so-called row unit. Adrian Lakay, who used to be in charge of media liaison at SARS, says he was left out of key decision-making and believes he was pushed out.
The prospects of employment for 2015, we basically felt, and when I say we, Mr. Pillay, Mr. van Logrenberg, Mr. Yolisa Pique, with whom I had regular contact, by May 2015, we're all out of SARS, either dismissed or resigned. And we basically felt we became unemployable.
The first leg of the inquiry will come to an end with a bang on Friday, with Moyane expected to share his objections about the inquiry. He says it's nothing but a witch hunt. Hadi Giokos, Pretoria.